Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be showing you some air fried breakfast pockets. This is something that I learned on TikTok. It's actually like a toaster quesadilla, but I did these in the air fryer instead. They worked out way better because of how thick they ended up being. So to start these off, I'm going to be making 10 egg white and egg beater omelets. I'm using a smaller pan just to fit the size of the tortilla. So I'm going to be making a sausage and Swiss one for 3 points and a bacon and mozzarella one for only 2 smart points. For the little omelets that I'm making, I'm doing a 1/4 cup of liquid egg whites and a 1/4 cup of original egg beaters. I'm going to cook these until my omelet is thoroughly cooked through, and then I'll be adding them to the tortillas once they are completely cooled off. And I just seasoned the omelet with a little bit of Trader Joe's onion, salt, and pepper. I laid out 10 tortillas. The tortillas that I am using are La Banderita Carb Counter Flour tortillas. They are only 1 smart point each. And once my egg omelets are all cooled off, I'm going to be adding them to each tortilla. I'm going to be adding about a 1/2 tablespoon to a tablespoon of this 505 flame roasted green chilies. These are so good. They're a little bit spicy, but not too much. I'm really sensitive to spice and I can handle this. I'm adding it right on top of that little omelet, and these diced green chilies are 0 points no matter how much you have. I'm going to be adding my breakfast meats now. I am doing Morningstar's breakfast sausage patties. I get these at Costco. They do come frozen, so all I did was I microwaved them for about a minute and then I split it right down the middle. That way I could kind of stretch my points out with this and only have to count 1 point for the Morningstar patties and not have to add a whole nother patty to the other side. For the bacon ones, I am using Great Value's fully cooked bacon. You can have 2 slices for 1 smart point. So for the bacon ones, I did end up doing 2 slices, but I split those slices in half. That way it covers the entire omelet. Now it's time to add my cheese. I am going to be adding 1 slice of Jarlsberg Lite Swiss to the sausage ones. Each slice is 1 smart point. This Swiss doesn't have a super strong taste, which is why I used it for this recipe, and it melts really nicely. So each of these I just split into 2. That way it's more spread over that omelet. And then for the bacon ones, I am going to be using Great Value's fat-free shredded mozzarella cheese. Normally I'd use like cheddar, but it's what I had on hand, and I'll be adding 28 grams of that for 0 points. As you can see, I'm not using my scale. I'm pretty good at eyeballing this. 28 grams equals a 1/4 cup, and I'm not even using that much, so I felt safe just kind of eyeballing it this way. I'm going to be adding just a little bit of Trader Joe's Sriracha. This has been going on everything of mine lately. It's not too spicy and it has such a great flavor. Of course, if you don't like hot sauce, just omit that or use whatever you like, whatever you have on hand. Now I'm just going to fold these up. So I'm going to be folding that in half and then flipping the corners in. I ended up taking a little bit of that egg white corner off just so it was easier to fold the corners in. I'll show you guys the part where I did it in my toaster. I did those 2 and I was over that very quickly. I ended up throwing them in my air fryer at 375 for about 3 to 4 minutes. I stored these in the freezer, and I would just take my sausage and bacon one out the night before. I would place them in the fridge. I'd microwave them for 1 minute, then pop them back in the air fryer to get that tortilla nice and crispy. If you end up having 2, if you make them the same exact way that I did, you will have to count an extra point for the eggs. If you had 1, you don't have to worry about it. But that's it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.